the other
With the
Zoom.
link. I apologize.
Actually, good morning. I just made us live on Facebook. So welcome, Joseph Tan. This is our Wake Up with Toastmasters from District 115, where we are based out of Las Vegas, a little part of Arizona, and a little part of Utah as well. So welcome. I'm so glad that Doris asked you to be on our show today. Does she tell you a little bit about what we do? Yes. Okay. Well, the first question that our guest always gets asked is, tell us about your first Toastmasters experience.
Oh, well, my first experience was really a very special one. Why I say so is, it was actually introduced to me by my boss. And when she told me about Toastmasters, I thought it was about being a master in toasting a bread. So guess what? I was in my polo tee and jeans and was ready to go hands-on to cooking class. And when I reached there, I was amazed that, people taking turn to go on stage to give a speech. And I don't know what the speech was about. Some of them I can hear, I understand. Some of them I really got the impression of, what? I don't understand. But everyone was standing to clap for them at the end of every speech. And that was how my first experience was. And I asked her, why do you bring me to such a silly place? And I don't know what's happening. But along the way, after I joined, she asked me to go over for a few more sessions. And that was when I started to understand what Toastmasters is about, giving a very safe environment for us to learn public speaking, experience, and building confidence in ourselves. And that's where I started to grow in love with it and feel that it's a very safe place for me to go and join Toastmasters.
Great. How long, I love that story. How long ago was this?
Oh, well, that was 4.5 months ago.
4.5 months ago.
Yeah.
Wow, good job. So you joined, did it take you a couple of times to join, or did you join on the spot?
It took me just 1 month.
1 month, okay.
So I went for 2 times, and I decided to join.
Great. Now you decide to join. Have you seen a progress in your communication and your presentation since you've joined? Because it's only been 4 months, right?
Yeah, definitely, yes, I would say. So what happened was, I shared in my speech contest recently, which was real story about myself. I'm actually an introvert, if anyone were to believe it. I swear it's true. I'm introvert and I'm very shy boy. I do not dare to, face a stranger or even to speak confidently. So when at work, when my boss asked me to do presentation to a crowd of about 50 people, I was holding the mic and was trembling all the way.
Yeah.
That was when I actually saw that, when she took over the mic, she was like doing at a breeze. I told her, boss, I want to learn from you. And she told me to come to Toastmasters. And I think now, recently, I just did a workshop on speaking with confidence, because that's where I left my job actually and came out to do my own business.
Oh, wow.
And I actually conduct the workshop to almost 250 people. And I feel that now my speaking ability to the public has really improved a lot. And I thank Toastmasters for it.
In 4 months?
Yeah, correct.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Now, you say that you have more confidence in how you speak. Now, and you remember that trembling effect that you had when you spoke in front of people. Now, do you find that you suppress that trembling, but you still have it? And Toastmasters gave you that skill to be able to soften that a little bit. Because I've been doing this for 4 years and I still get those butterflies going on.
Well, though I'm from Singapore, but I had one person sharing with me on my first week in Toastmasters. After I know her, she told me I shouldn't stay in just Singapore to do my Toastmasters. She
Mhm.
was the one who recommended me to say, Joseph, to improve yourself in your speaking and confidence, you need to go out of Singapore to visit various clubs. And that's how I visited some clubs in USA. I visited some clubs in London, Malaysia, and various countries. And I realized one thing is the evaluators that always shared with me how to improve my speech and my confidence really grow from that level. And I also believe that it's because of the time that I spent and my determination that I wanted to improve a lot. Not that I'm very free, but I do set my mind that I wanted to improve a lot in my public speaking. During my 4 months, I almost joined 3 to 4 clubs meeting in a week. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm actually very, very proud to say out and to announce out to people is in 4 months, I actually finished 2 Path Level 5. Thank you.
Good job.
So I've been looking around to really, really hope, to have great evaluators. So actually that day, just yesterday, I think, when I saw Doris, I was impressed by her evaluation to the speaker. And, when she told me to have this opportunity to attend this session today, I was like, why not? If let's
Why
say
not?
my sharing can motivate and inspire more Toastmasters to motivate themselves to go for more pathway and to learn and to improve. And it can encourage more people to sign up to be a Toastmasters member, to
Yes.
really believe that this system is there to help us improve our speaking ability. I think it's a good initiative and a very good one. So I told straight away, thanks for having me.
I think
joining.
Joseph is like the perfect student of Toastmasters. We always share that there's so much to learn, like to go outside the club and just take advantage. I call it the $80 passport. I live in Canada, so 6 months, $80 here. I call it the $80 passport, where we take that opportunity and just to go around the world. We can go anywhere now, and to get those evaluations that you've been sharing and doing 2 complete pathways in 4 months. Oh my goodness. You are really taking all those positive energies from around the world and really embracing that for your experience. So congratulations on that, Joseph. Amazing.
Now, one of the things that when you said you joined different clubs, and it does make a difference of different audience that you go to for your evaluation, because your home club will see you, they know how you speak, and maybe it's the same type of evaluation. But if you go to another club, it'll be a different evaluation because they're getting to know you and being able to give you that positive reinforcement.
Well, that's a good point for sharing. But I just have something to share in Singapore context. I'm not sure whether does it happen in your district, but in Singapore context, I chanced upon this and I felt it really works as to what I assume. If you are not a member yet, in order to entice you to feel that you are suitable, you should join Toastmasters and so on and so forth, chances is the club will ask you to try table topic. The chances also very high that you will win the best table topic. And when you are a new member, they want to encourage you and motivate you. The chances of getting best speaker is also very high. But that's a form of really, what we should say is really a way of encouraging and motivate, the new member to say that you can do it as long as you try and put in effort, unless you really do it very badly.
Yeah.
So that's in our context, in my own assumption. But when I went to overseas to hop, really I would say that the whole way of working is different. Especially I remember clearly I went to this particular USA club. I'm not sure if I can say the club, but this club.
You can say it if you want, or if it's good.
The evaluator was really amazing.
Okay.
Stop telling me I'm good. The evaluator came straight to tell me you should improve on this. But whatever this evaluator told me, in Singapore, everyone was telling me I'm perfect, I'm good.
Mm.
I really learn a lot from all this. And I think that, we also come to realize the world is huge.
Mhm.
People has really different expectations. Just like, in Asian, when we say our culture, when we say about our way of speaking,
Mhm.
perhaps to the European or to anywhere else, even to China or so, they may not understand what our Southeast Asia culture is. So we really have to learn when we speak, who are our target audience who are involved, and we have to really, plan our speech accordingly to fit into everyone's ears and get the speech really relatable to everyone. And these are something that I really felt I really gained a lot from Toastmasters. And the best part is, without spending air ticket, I made a lot of friends overseas. I get to know Doris, and I'm really very proud of it. I told my friends a lot. I said, wow, I attended this club meeting with zero expectation, just hope to know friends, and I get to know Doris. And she invited me to today's session. Everyone were like, wow, you.
Well, I saw you yesterday. We were at the Witty Birds meeting, and I saw Joseph, and he put together such an amazing table topics. And I thought, Joseph needs to come to Las Vegas and tell about his experience. And I'm so happy you have. And you're so right, Joseph. For us to have a message that will reach everyone around the world, we really have to go out there and see what people are relating to our message, how they're relating to our message. Because like you said, Europe, North America, Middle East, Asia, everybody has a different expectation in a presentation. And if we don't go out there and get those evaluations, we will not know what they are.
Yeah. And that's a great way to learn, is because we are getting the evaluations from different parts of the world. And it's kind of interesting now that I call it the world is getting smaller. Darren LaCroix, who was our world champion of public speaking, I think about 20 years ago, and he's right here in Las Vegas, and he gives us presentations every now and then. And one of the things I remember, one of my first TLIs that I went to, that he said that he joined multiple clubs because he wanted that stage time and to get that evaluation. And he became the world champion of public speaking. And I can see you in a year or two, Joseph, saying that, you know what, I was doing this, and now I'm the world champion of public speaking. I'm really excited for you. What is your career? So you branched off into your own business. So and public and Toastmasters has definitely helped you. So what is your career that's made the impossible possible? Tell us about that.
Yeah. So previously, I was actually working as a civil servant in Singapore. I helped to promote digitalization to our senior citizens in Singapore, because, the world is changing to digitalization. Likewise, in Singapore, we are changing towards it. And we also know that, education plays a very important part in Singapore history. Previously, the education is not so high, so seniors, they were lost touch of digital. They do not dare to touch on that. So I was previously in that field to help to promote digitalization. But over the years, or rather over the 4 months after I joined Toastmasters, I realized something. Public speaking is important. It's really important. So I spoke to my boss, who introduced me to this Toastmasters. And right here, I also get to know another friend who become my buddy. So I told the two of them, I have this idea and this inspiration that I wanted to help to promote public speaking to the mass. I believe public speaking is for everyone. It's not just for the rich to join, but it's for everyone. So therefore, we set up this iMate, because iMate is one word. It's just an iPhone, right? So I just put it for the kiosk.
How clever you are.
But it's actually 2 words that I made. Why is it I made? I want to tell the people, I made the impossible possible. A lot of time when we feel that curriculums are just something only for the rich to able to evaluate themselves by paying money to go for all this enrichment program. But I'm not after all this. Definitely, I'm a profit company, but profit, like what our Chinese saying is, money can never finish earning one. But we have to do something good to help people. So when we see that public speaking helps people, whatever, I was studying my client, my audience when I was giving a speech recently. Even you are a top salesperson, you know your product 100%, inside out, reverse way, you know everything well. But don't forget to pitch your project, to pitch your product or services to your client. You may need 2 hours or 10 minutes or 1 hour. But your opening 30 seconds, if you cannot impress the listener to say, I want to hear more, can Doris tell me more? I bet your client will tell you, sorry, I'm in a rush of time, I have to rush off.
So do it in 30 seconds.
Yeah, so to me, the golden timing is about 30 seconds to a minute, not more than that. So after I go through Toastmasters, I realized this ideas really work, and this is something that is so important to learn. So I told my 2 friends, my boss and my friends who I know in Toastmasters, I said, look, I have this idea, but one man can't do it. So the 2 of them were with me, and my boss left the job just to join me. And we started this I made. So I said, I made the impossible possible. I made you the champion. I made, so they can just relate themselves to a positive mindset. I made you successful. I made you possible. I made you champion. So that's how the title come about, and how our tagline of the company is the impossible possible.
Yes.
So yeah, now I'm doing the training. I'm doing more on public speaking training, how to speak with confidence, how to present yourself well. While the other 2 partners of mine, one is a vocal coach to teach on pronunciation, on more on the grammar, the words, the language. Another one is more the image consultant, where they help to say that while you're doing presentation, you need to have certain presentation. You can't be possibly in your Bermudas, then in a short sleeve or whatever shirt, and just go that rugged way and say, hey, I'm here for a presentation, I'm here to teach you. You can't do that. So how we do from image to voice consultant, so that's how we will program ourselves, and we try to teach the public in Singapore, and that's what I aim to do. While for Toastmasters Club, I'm really looking forward to share, though I'm new, but I'm really looking forward to share all these things that I felt and I realized with as many clubs in doing workshop for them for free, to just really to promote Toastmasters. To me, in Singapore, Toastmasters is big, but it's not so big to be a household name. While overseas, I saw in a lot of countries, some of them were really doing very well in Toastmasters. And I really hope to help to promote Toastmasters as into a household name where people feel that it's very good. It's a enrichment program that you need to learn, you need to be involved, versus to go for art classes or to go for any other enrichment program. This is one that you need for your lifetime.
Yes, Joseph, you and I are going to be friends for a very long time. I was just waking up this morning with a vision of that. So we're going to be friends for a very long time. I admire you and your passion with Toastmasters, because I have that same passion. It's 6 a.m. in the morning here in Las Vegas, and I am doing this show because of the possibility of prospects, of people going, what is this Toastmaster? And to make it a household name, like you said, for at least in our district, right? Because we're in Vegas, where we have 2 million people, and we only have 1,000 members. How is that possible? So that's my job eventually to do that. Now, Doris, do you have any more questions? Doris is always full of questions.
Well, I'm just listening, and I'm so impressed with a member that has accomplished so much in such a short time. Tell me, when you are going about in your regular life, day to day, how do you inspire people around you to be better speakers and maybe better presenters by what you've learned in Toastmasters? But how do you encourage people to join Toastmasters? What do you say? What do you say if you had that elevator speech? What do you say from day to day?
All right. I don't pitch Toastmasters to people directly by telling people, hey, come to Toastmasters, it's something good for you. I don't do that. But I always believe we lead by example. So myself, I'm actually a community leader, a volunteer in Singapore, helping to do community work to build a cohesive environment in our estates or living estates. So, when we are doing presentation, when we are doing speech with friends, to the residents in our estates, they saw my change in my speech. They saw how I changed myself. In fact, just a bit of sharing with both of you a secret. I hope the Facebook audience can't hear it. I was a hooligan. If anyone would believe it, I tell you, I was a hooligan, but not the street fighter hooligan. I didn't study well in school times. I'm a sportsman, so I don't really love to study. You ask me to study, first thing come to me is bedtime. So because I don't study well, my language is always a problem for me. I'm only good in math. So when I speak to residents, when I speak to the public, remember I was saying in the beginning, I was a shy boy. So I don't really love to engage with the audience, with the public, with the strangers. And slowly, I think over this 4 months, they saw the change in me. So some of them will come and ask me one thing, Joseph, what happened to you? I used to be bike cycling a lot.
You're not the same person.
Yeah, I said, I used to play badminton regularly, cycling a lot at night. But nowadays, I don't do all these sports. I went to Toastmasters meeting. So my friends, my kakis were all asking me, Joseph, what happened to you? Are you unwell? I said, no, I'm not. Well, check out my TikTok and my Facebook. So when they went to check my TikTok, my Facebook, they realized, what are you doing? You're speaking everywhere. What's all this? And that's when I start to tell them, did you realize I changed in my way of speaking? They say, yeah. What happened? Nothing happened. So what are you doing? Why are you posting all this thing? What is all this? Then I start to share with them, it's actually a fun place that you get to know friends, you network with people, and then you get to learn how to speak. So they say, well, can we come and have a look? I say, why not? Just come. So when they come, then they saw that I'm doing evaluator, so I usually ask them to come only on a session that I'm either a speaker or evaluator.
Wow. I love that. And it's like you are living Toastmasters in your life rather than just have the name Toastmasters across your forehead. You're living it. So that excites people when you're around them. And that's something that as Toastmasters, we're all learning to do rather than just going through the motions within our clubs, whatever, but to actually live it. Like go into those meetings, be excited about those meetings. When you have a role, be excited about that role and put everything you have into that role, add to your club. Don't be just a Toastmaster member, but actually show the passion that you have for Toastmasters so you can share it with your members, and then we can grow as club members. And when we go out in our regular life, people will see it. It's one thing saying that you are something, but it's another thing to actually live it.
Live it and be it 100%.
Yeah.
I know I've been watching our Facebook feed, and I'm pretty sure that he has followers already. So
oh, cool.
There that you are going to be on Wake Up with Toastmasters. So
That's
good
awesome.
job on that. Now, if anybody was to try to find you, Joseph, where would they find you on the socials and the websites if you want
I'm actually everywhere. So
everywhere.
on Facebook, Joseph Tan, that's me. TikTok, you can find me at Joseph Tan as well. LinkedIn, you can find me at Joseph Tan as well. Yeah, I'm actually everywhere. So to me, when I set up social media initially was just to network and know friends, catch up with old friends that, we could have lost contact everywhere. But ever since I got in touch with Toastmasters, my aim is to spread this love of Toastmasters. I won't even use it Toastmasters. I would just say spread the love of speaking with confidence and be ourselves with confidence, be a changed person, and that's a meaningful thing. Then that's what I do. And in fact, I took part in this 365 days topic of table topics that Singapore, our district is doing. This long run campaign for 365. So every day there's a table topic for us to try. So I'll usually post it on my TikTok, and whenever I'm free, I will try it and just do it. So let people feel that, it's actually very fun, very fun, and it helps us to practice our brain how to react fast. One day, if let's say I go out, I have a girl kiss on my neck. If my wife asks me, I know how to do it because of table topic.
Aw.
Oh my gosh. Joseph, like I said, you and I are going to be friends for a very long time. I just wish I could reach out and hug you. I don't have any lipstick, so you don't have to worry about that. But we do have to get going. I do appreciate you coming on the show, and I'm pretty sure we will see you a couple of times more.
Absolutely. This is just part one of Joseph Tan.
Yeah, I really like it.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
And I will definitely be following you. But on that note, I do have to get going. And if there's anything that you need to say, which I think you've said it, mostly all of it, but if somebody was watching this today and they're like, Toastmasters, should I or shouldn't I go? You would say,
don't wait, just do it.
All right. I love it.
Experience to believe it. Seriously, whatever we say, because we are in Toastmasters, we will sure say that it's good. That's what I always tell people. We will say it's good. I will never say it's bad because I benefit from it. But yet, we cannot deny the fact that there are people who drop out from Toastmasters.
Absolutely.
Let's be honest. Try it. You listen to me, no use. But you try, you experience it. You will be surprised that you yourself change to a better person. And by experiencing it, you will believe with me that Toastmasters is good.
Oh my gosh, I love you.
Right.
All right. Well, on that note, we are going to wrap it up. You will see Wake Up with Toastmasters every day of the week at 6 a.m. And tomorrow you'll see Ken and Phyllis on. And on Friday, you will see Jean, Anita, and Jean as well. And it's on our Club Growth Director page. And Joseph, again, you will see us again.
Absolutely.
Be a guest and talk a little bit more about what you're doing and how you are making, I think you're making the world a better place along with Toastmasters. So it's definitely a pleasure to meet you. And Doris, any final words?
Well, thank you, Joseph. Thank you for coming the last minute. Boy, this was really special. Thank you so much.
It was. All right.
I really thank you for the opportunity, and thank to the two pretty ladies. Thank you for having me today.
So charming.
Thank you. Yes, he is. All right, you guys, it is Wednesday. Have a great day and stay safe out there. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.